Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm jocelynbinwi, a content creator based in Douala, Cameroon. And in this video I'll be sharing with you guys some valuable lessons motherhood has taught me. As you can see in this video, we have a guest here. What is your name, Mama? Go. Good girl. You're featuring your mommy's video now.
Yeah.
Say hello. Say hi.
Bye.
Say hi, guys.
Yeah.
Good girl. As you can see, guys, these are the two people who make me a mother. The first one is asleep. That's my son is asleep, and people can sing Gumhia is awake, and she won't let me do this video. She wants to be with me in here. My God, it hasn't been easy. Guys, before bedding to do this video, can you imagine? I was in the bathroom with her. She came into the bathroom to stay with me while I'm bathing. So you can imagine the struggle. It's not easy, but by the grace of God we are doing it. Let's start by defining what motherhood is. Motherhood is a state of being a mother. You can experience motherhood by taking care of a child, by raising a child, or by giving birth to a child. The first lesson motherhood has taught me, guys, is how to be patient and tolerant. Patience and tolerance. If you're not patient or tolerant, my God, you cannot cope in this profession, in this motherhood profession. Patience and tolerance is the key. I'm normally a patient person, but motherhood has taught me how to be more patient. More patient. When you have a newborn baby and the baby is crying throughout the night, you learn how to be patient with the baby. You learn how to pamper the baby, how to make the baby not to cry again. You have to be patient. You can't do that impatiently. It has also taught me how to be tolerant, not only with your own children, not only with your own kids, with other kids that you live with the other kids that you meet. You learn as a mother, you have to tolerate them. You have to learn how to tolerate them. Sometimes your kids will get naughty, they will be having tantrums, mood swings, doing this or that. You just have to be patient with them. There is nothing else you can do. You just have to be patient with them. As a mother, you have to, in fact, the key to motherhood is tolerance and patience. The second thing motherhood has taught me, guys, is humility. As a mother, you have to be humble. You need to be open to learn more. You need to be open to new ideas every day, because you don't know which one will help you tomorrow. When you don't know something, you need to be humble enough to ask other people who have experience. Sometimes people, because if you think that you know a lot, maybe you have 5 children and more, and you think that you already know a lot, that you don't need to learn, you don't need to listen from anybody. No, each child comes with their own differences. No two children are the same. So with motherhood, you need to be open to learn every day. That's what comes with motherhood. Even with your child, as the child is growing, everything is changing. The child changes, everything changes. You need to be learning the child every day. You need to be open to new ideas, learn new things. Today we even have social media, we have the internet that can help us, we have people around us that we can learn from. It doesn't mean that you listen to every crap, to everything that anybody says. No, when you get something, you filter it before knowing which to take in. The third thing motherhood has taught me is how to love unconditionally. Unconditional and endless love. Yeah, as a mother, you love your child unconditionally, even despite the fact that the child caused you to pass through a lot of pains during labor, in order for your child to come into the world. You pass through a lot of labor pains, but once your child is born, you forget about all that pains and you love the child. You just develop unconditional love for the child, love that never ends. No matter how moody the child gets, no matter the tantrums, no matter anything that the child does to you, you end up still find yourself loving the child. A mother's love is endless, it is boundless. By it, nothing stops a mother from loving her children. And this also helps you to love other children, because as a mother you will end up finding yourself with other children, with other people's children. You just find yourself loving other children, not only the children that you have given birth to. The fourth thing motherhood has taught me is how to be super protective of my kids. There is no mother who wants the child to be crying continuously, or wants the child to be uncomfortable, or wants to see the child uncared for. No. Motherhood makes you to be so protective of your kids in such a way that you will feel that you want them to be with you all the time. You want to, which is not even possible, because when you're away, other people are with the children, but you will still put in your best to be protective of them. You will not want to buy any house equipment or house object that can cause them any harm once they have reached, especially that exploitative stage where they exploit the environment around them. You will not want anything like hot water or any glass tables or some kind of any kind of thing in the house that can hurt the children. You want to be protective of them. Before you buy any house equipment, you always put them into consideration. You always think of them, their safety, because you won't want to expose them to any form of injury or accident. The fifth thing motherhood has taught me is selflessness. It's selflessness, guys. There is no mother who will not put their children first. I put my kids come first before myself or anyone else. My kids come first. Before you do anything, you think of them first, their well-being, their safety, and all of that. When I was still single, when at the end of the month, I would think of when I make money, I would think of nice, beautiful, and expensive things to buy for myself. But trust me, now the story is different, because with motherhood, you need to put your children first. Their needs come first before yours. You want to provide for them before you even start thinking of yourself. Yeah, you cannot be selfish. You cannot only think about yourself when you haven't thought of your child. It is very automatic. Nobody teaches you that. Nobody tells you that. You just find yourself putting your children first. The sixth point motherhood has taught me, guys, is how to save, invest, have long-term goals, and work harder. As a mother, when you already have children, you need to work harder and meet their needs. You don't need to live only in the moment. You need to think about the future. You need to think about the future of your children. You need to think about their present and their future. And with that, you need to save. You need to save for your children, because any day the child can wake up one morning and maybe develop an illness that he or she needs to be rushed to the hospital, and you don't have money on you. You don't have money to take them to the hospital. This is not very good, guys. When you're a mom, you need to save. You need to learn how to save. I learned how to save more when I became a mother. I started thinking of opening bank accounts for my children to be able to chip in something at least. It doesn't matter how small it is. At the end of each month, at the end of the year, you find that you have saved a lot for them, so that when they have any needs, you can just rush there and get something for them, to save something that is important for them, to save that need, because the children depend on you. You are their sole provider. They don't have anybody that they look up to. They look up to you. So you need to be more hardworking than when you were still single, than when you never had children. So motherhood comes with a lot. It teaches you a lot. It gets you to explore the world. You need to save. You need to work hard. You need to save, and you need to invest. Investment is another form of saving. The seventh point motherhood has taught me, guys, is to follow your maternal instincts. Maternal instincts are very important in motherhood. Always trust your instincts. Any instinct that comes with respect to your children, always follow your instincts. I've experienced that many times. I don't know if other mothers also experience that you might just have that instinct that maybe your child is going to fall sick, or maybe your child is sick of this part, or maybe the child is having temperature, or the child has already fallen sick, and then you're already suspecting a particular illness or a particular bacteria that is what is causing the child to be sick. And when you take the child to the hospital, the doctor tells you the same, the lab results come out the same. That has happened to me so many times. So I've always trusted my instincts when it comes to my children. And even the medication that I give them, there are some herbal concoctions that I just sit by myself, and I have the instinct that this is going to work, and I just take it and I try for them. Not something too serious, guys. For example, like last time, I just thought of trying honey and this amoxicillin capsule. I mixed honey and this powder inside the amoxicillin capsule for cough, as cough medicine for my son, and it worked for my son and my daughter, and it worked like magic. So now I already know what I can use for them. But I'm not recommending it for everybody because I'm not a health expert. I just used it for my children and it worked for cough. Because before I'd been mixing African panacea and honey, though it helps somehow, but not really like how amoxicillin mixed with honey helped. And this is my own therapy, guys. I followed my instincts and mixed this and gave them, and it worked for me. So as a mother, always trust your instincts. The eighth thing motherhood has taught me, guys, is how to communicate with my children and how to communicate around them. Because these children nowadays, anything that you say, it sticks a lot in them. You have to be very conscious of what you say. If you're raining abuses on them, trust me, tomorrow they are going to rain those same abuses on you. If you're using words that are not proper, that are not decent around them, tomorrow they are going to use those same words on you. You need to teach them how to be gentle, how to be respectful. If you don't do that, guys, and you need to do that around them for them to see you doing. You need to communicate with them in a way that they will also learn how to communicate with others out of the house. You have to be very careful with what you say, because these Android children, they pick up a lot, and they learn very fast, and it sticks. You might use a word, and then maybe you go out with a child, and the child will just use that word in the midst of people, and people look at you like somebody who hasn't trained the child well. So you have to respect. You have to be very conscious of how you communicate around them. Even when you're discussing with other adults, you make sure that the children are not getting the discussion, especially when it comes to strong languages and other things that they are not supposed to know about. You make sure that they are not around where you're discussing, because they can pick that up and maybe just say it in the midst of people somewhere, and they will know that it's coming from you. The ninth point motherhood has taught me, guys, is how to be a teacher. As a mother, you become the first teacher to your children, whether you like it or not. You start even teaching them how to talk. You start teaching them how to crib. You teach them everything, all the basics of life, how to greet, how to talk to people, how to be polite. You have to be a teacher, whether you like it or not, because they learn those first things. They learn from you and from no one else but you. And before they even start going to school and learning from their teachers, you have to teach them. You have to start teaching them at home. Teach them letters of the alphabet. You teach them how to count from 1 to 3, so that when they are going to school, they cannot just be blank. So motherhood comes with teaching. The 10th and the last point motherhood has taught me, guys, is how to be more prayerful. As a mom, you learn how to be more prayerful. Even becoming a mother while you're still pregnant, you already learn how to start being more prayerful, so that God is going to grant you safe delivery, so that you and your baby will be safe after birth. Yeah, even before the baby comes. And you have to learn how to always pray for your baby, because the baby is still very, very dependent on you. The baby doesn't understand anything. The baby doesn't know anything. So the baby everything depends on you. You have to pray for your baby. You have to pray for your children, so that they should grow up in the fear of God, so that they should grow up to be respectful, so that they should grow up to be who God wants them to be. And as a mother, know that there are some words that they are declarations that you make upon your children, and that shall come to to pass. You speak positivity on your children and it shall come to pass. Just the 10 tips I wanted to share with you guys, and I'll be grateful if other mothers who are in here can also leave their own lessons motherhood has taught them in the comment section, so that our videos can always be interactive, guys. Motherhood is the best, guys. It's the best profession ever, because no matter the stress that comes with it, no matter the so much work that comes with it, it ends up with joy. It ends up with joy when you see that your child is happy, when you see that your child is healthy. You become so happy even without anything else. Please, if you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe, please. The red subscribe button is down below, and beside it is the notification bell. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell, so that when juicy videos come in like this, you get notified first, and you watch the video from the start to the end, so that you don't miss any points, guys. And when you watch the video and you like it, please don't forget to hit the like button, so that I know what kind of videos you people will encourage, what kind of videos you people will like, so I can zoom more. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys in my next one.